I talk about fridges. Yeah, I don't know, I was just in a weird mood earlier on. I had a kind of strange week, but usually when I take my fleece off, things improve. And also when I listen to drums and talk about fridges. I don't know how much you know about fridges, but I know quite a lot. My favourite kind of fridge is the side-by-side. You know what a side-by-side is, right? A side-by-side is where you get the fridge on one side, the freezer on the other side. There's also variations of that. There's the French door. I don't know if you know the French door fridge. French door fridge is when you get the fridge on one side, the other part of the fridge, another element of the fridge, like another compartment of the fridge on the other side, and then underneath you have the freezer. So it's got two doors that open like French doors, and then it's got the freezer underneath. There's also the American style side-by-side, which is where, again, you have the freezer on one side, the fridge on the other side, but you also have like other stuff, like an ice machine, water machine, that kind of stuff. Sometimes also they can be smart, as in a smart fridge, and then when they're a smart fridge, they've got some kind of different programming system where you can have like different temperatures at different parts of the fridge. It's quite cool. There's also the under-the-counter fridge. I don't know what kind of fridge you've got, Terry, but under-the-counter can be good for a drummer because, I don't know why. Probably it's good for a drummer. I'm not suggesting you have to play a fridge like the drums, that would be insane. Under the counter is where it's under the counter. Obviously, the countertop is there. You can have those actually like built into your worktop, so they match the same like doors as your other cupboards, or you can just have them where they're just look like a fridge. Just to pay you back, Vanessa, when you said that you thought of a coffin in space, I thought of a fridge in space. The other kinds of fridge are just like freestanding plastic. You can either have them like one on top of the other, the fridge on top of the freezer, or you can have the freezer on top of the fridge. Pretty avant-garde. You can also have a chest freezer, or a chest fridge indeed. It's quite unusual, but you can have a walk-in fridge. They're popular in supermarkets and that kind of stuff. There's a mini fridge. A lot of you probably have mini fridges. You look like the sort of people that would have. I mean, now I'm reading you, I'm getting you. I feel like we're bonding a little bit more, and I can tell that you've got mini fridges with like Fanta in the front of them and inside. Fanta's my favourite drink, so we're good. But not a lot of people know that as well as all these different kinds of fridge designs, there are also different methods of refrigeration. So some fridges work on a compressor basis. Compressor basis is, I'm getting a bit sketchy now, I'm not a scientist, but compressor basis is where some kind of compression happens and that reduces the heat. I don't know, that one I'm not so clear about. But I do know quite a lot about the absorption method. The absorption method is where liquid is used. Again, I'm getting a tiny bit sketchy here because liquid is used to absorb and reduce the temperature. There's also a method which is called the Peltier method. Now, this is unusual in home fridges. If you can seek it out, I'd encourage you to. And that uses thermoelectric cooling. And what that means is it's like a junction of two electric currents, like me and Terry, two electric currents, and where we meet, something happens, and cooling happens. That's the Peltier method. It's named after a French watch collector, believe it or not, it's certainly true, called Jean Peltier, who started collecting watches, he then started dealing watches, and after he dealt watches, he invented a method of refrigeration. How are we doing for time, by the way? On the subject of different methods of refrigeration, that's about all there is. There's not many more. But if you want to invent some, you know, go about it. Collect challenges. Yeah, I think that's all I know about fridges.